Hey, welcome back. Ryan here with Failsafe Goods. I'm making some snap slips today, and I figured I'd take you along with me. I got it all on time lapse, so we can just kind of move things along, but you can see me pre-beveling some edges, cutting some notches, punching some holes, just getting my main pieces going. I hit the edges with a tokenol solution and a paint marker. It's a little bit of water, a little toke. It works really good on veg tan. Not so good on chrome tan. It's a nice way to just control that and instead of having to dip your finger every time. Now I'm fitting some I keep saying pocket clips, belt clips here. These are new. I'm trying them out. I'm not 100% psyched on them. I'll talk about that later. So those are riveted. Then I get the snaps. It's just a cheap snap setter from Amazon. It was like $50. It works pretty good. I had to make one little tweak for the top snap to work properly, but all the other setters are like $200, so save some money for now. I hit my stamps. With my big stamp, I have to spin it around a couple times just to make sure it indents evenly. And then I'm pre-glue a lot of my pieces to let the glue tack up. Hit it with some heat or just let it sit a minute. There's less squeeze out that way, and when you put it in place, it kind of stays where it is instead of sliding around. It's just less fuss. I still clip them, clamp them for a minute or two, punch the holes. I'm using a chisel iron for this. They work better in narrower spaces than the French style that I use most of the time. So around the edges of the clips is a really good place for them. That way you can use a little bit thinner leather, or narrower, I guess you could say. So punch all those. Get that sewing up. I've sped through the stitching part a little bit faster just because I find it dull. I burn the inside. It's the only time I burn thread. I don't do it on the faces. I'll use a thread zapper. I don't like how it can discolor the leather. So just banging through these. Pre-glue my fronts and backs while I stitch. That way they get all dry and tacky. Again, less squeeze out, which is nice. Except for this last one, because I did that a little too fast. And I trim corners, hit the sander. It's a wing divider. I use that to mark my stitch line all the way around, and then I go punch. I gotta use the edge of my board because of the clip on the back. It makes it off, it'll rock a little bit, so I gotta use the edge to punch through clean. Then I use the straight tokenol for the edges. I do that before I stitch on these because of that orange accent thread, which you'll see in a second. But the edge has to be finished because that wraps over it, and obviously you can't burnish through the thread afterwards. So just do that first on these and the ambi slips when I do the accent piece. So there it is, all put together. It's called a bone slicker, and just goes in around the edges, make sure the glue doesn't stick anywhere it's not supposed to. And then test fit. It's just a cheapy slip joint here, but it's a good size gauge for a wide range of knives. So fits nice. There's enough room to be a little bigger, a little wider, a little taller knife. There's the Pemi dog. It's my girl. She's always hanging out in the shop with me. Just getting some shade now because the sun's out and it's hot. So I'm trying out this belt clip. Works well. It holds pretty snug, but I'm a little worried it's not going to be snug enough. So these may not hit the site. But thanks for watching. Appreciate it.